please keep noting them down. When we would end this tour, I would be asking that which one was your favorite and why did you like it. So because every mural is so special and unique that you would be spotting something which only you might have seen. Not everybody would have noticed it. So the joy of murals for me is to get a new perspective. There's so much of open art and so much of art with multiple interpretations that it's fun discussing the interpretations. So let's try and do that by the end of.
Sure, by all means.
Aditya, and next we'll quickly go through Ania. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm Ania. I'm from Poland. I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very well.
I'm into street arts for a while now. I hunt for wall paintings around the world. And for me, it's like it brightens the streets, you know, the cities are not so gray and sad, but so colorful, beautiful. And this art is available for everybody. You don't have to pay the entrance to go to the gallery, for example, but you can just enjoy it anytime.
True. Thank you. You were in for a delightful surprise because I have collected some of the rare street art murals and the stories behind them. I will also be taking you through the process of them being made. So when they were half made, picture of artists making it, and they are just giant. So I hope you have fun on it. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Great, thanks.
Thank you. Jane, hi. How are you doing?
Hi.
What brings you to street arts? So good to have you.
Hi, I'm Jane from Ukraine. I like street art so much, and definitely agree with Anna that street art is decorating our streets. It's really museum under sky, and it's really mostly street art very colorful and really beautiful. I like them.
Is it popular in Ukraine? Is street art culture quite popular in Ukraine? Is it?
Yes, really popular. There are many street arts. In my home city, it's not so many street art, but in a different city, in Kyiv, our capital city, there are many and very beautiful street art.
Great.
It's really by real artists.
Fantastic. I'm so sure you're going to have so much fun on this tour today. Thank you for joining us. Sophie, are you there? What brings you to street art, Sophie?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Sorry. Yeah, so it's very interesting. Like, you know, instead of seeing the boring walls, now we have seen like from quite a long time, like since few years, that the street art is getting really popular, which is very interesting. Like, you know, it makes you to like, you know, even you're just walking on the street, it just bring happiness, or it quickly, you know, make you to think of something even more creative. And I'm currently in Delhi, but basically I'm from Nagaland. So even in Nagaland, like, you know, now it's really good to see like the streets and the walls filled with all these different kind of art and everything. I'm bad in art, so I'm here to learn more about art. So yeah, that is it.
Fantastic. You're gonna have fun. Thank you. Ajit, what brings you to street art?
Hi, this is Ajit. I'm level 6 from Pune. This is my first meetup.
Oh, how nice. This is your first virtual meetup, is it?
Yes, this is my first. I just joined Local Guide program Connect.
Oh, nice. So glad to have you. So what brings you to street art? Is it popular in Pune?
Yes, it is. I'm a freelance graphic designer myself. And I know that some of my friends started painting near Pune railway station and all those. And I heard about this Lodi murals and all this. So I thought this is the best way to look into, at least if it is not possible being there, so being virtual also, it helps me.
True. I'm sure being an artist, you must have heard a lot about it because it is India's largest art district.
Right.
Great. I really hope you have fun. Please stay with us till the end. It's a 60-minute session, and I would really like to hear your thoughts soon later after. So we have a lot of more guests. I'll just take 2 and 3 more, and then we could just move on. Traveler G, hi, how are you?
Yeah, very good morning all the time. So I'm fine. How are you?
Very well, sir. Very well. Thank you for asking.
So first I start with one request that, you know, other guests assembled here can keep the mobile in the horizontal or landscape mode, we will have more visibility according to me. So that will be pleasing for everybody. So thank you, Ajit. Great. My name is Travelaji. I'm level 10 LG, and I presently stay in Bangalore, India. Well, regarding this, yes, we had a lot of good Connect posts, LG Connect posts regarding murals and then street arts. If you could have, if I remember, REZGAR, Resgar, was a master rather, I've seen many of his posts, wonderful posts. So I'm sure Jane, like others, Sophie, you might have definitely seen that. So I just wanted you to get into LG Connect and see some of the best street arts, the global street arts. So, well, wish you Keshav all the best. Please proceed. We are with you.
Thank you so much. So glad to have you here. Great. So I think we are going to jump right into this place that we all have been hearing about and talking about. How does it look like? What is it? And why is this place India's largest art district? So I'm quickly going to take you through to the place which we all have been discussing so far to make you see the best of it. So this is New Delhi. New Delhi is apparently capital of city India, and it houses this wonderful place which is known as Lodi Colony. Now, Lodi Colony was in year 2016 declared as India's largest art district. So Government of India decided to bring art more closer to people. So they decided to put open the walls to the international artists so that they could come here and they could just paint whatever they like. So what you see here is alphabets written in Hindi. It reads Delhi, and these are the name of artists that's here. Now, if I were to give you a rough estimate of how much art this area has, I'm going to take you to the map. Now, this that you see on your screen, I have tried to identify the number of murals that are here, and I could only spot 45 of those. This place holds more than 55 murals. 10 are still hidden. I haven't been able to find them. Now, when you see here, all of these are the names of the murals, and these are the people who have made them. And I've put them on the map as to where they are. Now, when you surf this map, there is a Singaporean gully. It's called Singaporean gully because all these murals in this gully, in the street, are painted by Singaporean artists. So I'm going to take you through this gully also. And they were certain from 2019. Every year during the month of Jan, Feb, March, the quarter that just passed by, the artists would come from all across the world and they would do their murals on these residential blocks. This looks like a plain colony, but all of these are residential colonies here. Now, this is a view of how Lodi looks like. It has walls on both the sides, and you could just be taking a walk in the middle of it, and there would be murals on both the sides. It's entirely so peaceful and so calm that you don't feel like that you are in a metro city like Delhi. It is absolutely surreal. I personally enjoy spending time here because it's a quiet place and it has got a lot of variety of murals. There's all kinds of street arts here. There is abstract art, there is regional art, there is art which has, there's political arts also. We are going to see all of those today. That's just a picture of me to give you an idea of how the area is. Now, this is how every mural that you're going to see has got the name of the artist and the year it was made in, along with the name of team members who had made it. So every mural that you're going to look at, I'm going to ask you to spot the name of the artist on the mural so that you're able to know that who is the artist who had painted it. You could just be walking and walking. It's kilometers and kilometers of the area spread across acres and acres of land, which has got all these beautiful murals. Now I'm going to take you through. There's a little problem with my screen. I'm trying to fix it. Okay, so let's go. So what I'm going to do is we are going to go block by block and we're going to see all these murals as each block passes by. Now, what you're looking at right now is in block number 13, and it's called Impressions of Lodi. Now, this was, if you look here, this was done by Yip Yong Chong. He was again a Singaporean artist. We are standing in the Singaporean lane, the one that I just mentioned you about. And this is a 2019 mural. Now, if I were to just zoom it out a little bit, this is a market scene which is painted here. And it was painted here because there's actually a market which this road leads to. So when this guy came here and he wanted to decide what he needs to paint, he actually saw a person selling old books. There's actually a flute seller who would come and sell flutes. There's actually an auntie who makes homemade sweets and she sells them on the streets. It's so quiet, despite being so beautiful and scenic. The place is so quiet that if you Google 100 best things to do in Delhi, you might not be able to find Lodi Art District in it. Now, when Yip Yong was here, these were actually the rags which were let here to dry. The locals, because these are residential houses, so these were actually the rags which were let for drying by the local residents. Now, all of this mural, can you guess how much days could it have taken? It took him 53 days to do the whole mural. And this was just done all single-handedly. He did not use any other person's help. He did all the mural by himself. And apparently he was a 50-year-old accountant. Turns out I am also an accountant. So I had seen how this mural was being made when he was making. I used to park my car there and watch him do it. This is Yip Yong Chong, and this is a picture of mural being made. You know, they had this huge crane that would just go there, and he would have allure of colors by himself, and he would just be painting with his headphones on. Very, very passionate guy. Now, opposite to it is another mural, which I will just make you see right here. Now, if you Google Lodi Art District, this is the picture that would pop up. It is the most popular mural in the area. Now, again, it's in Singaporean lane, and it has colorful typical use of Singaporean colors, which are extremely red, white, black, and colors that are typically Singaporean colors in pattern. Now, this one is known as Gupta Dwar. Now, Gupta Dwar in English means a secret passageway. I will tell you why it's called secret. Eventually, I will take you to a place from where you would be able to see this mural again, but from a totally different place, which you might not have thought of. So when we get there, I'll tell you why it's a secret passageway. But the guy says, now this was done by two brothers. Their name were, I will just take you through this side. Yeah, to this side, please. Yok and Shiro. So like I was saying that every mural has got the name of artist who did it. These were two brothers who did the whole mural. Now it's called Secret Passageway and it was painted on this wall because it's the only wall which has a walking passageway in between. Most of the murals the walls are closed from the front. Like the one that we just saw did not have an arc in between. So it was the only wall which had a walking passageway in between. So the artist decided to name it a secret passageway. Now they have kept two cats on both the sides to guard the gate. One of the cat even has the key to the gate. Do you notice it? Now, interestingly, it was not in my knowledge also. It was just 3 months back that I had discovered these are the two cats who actually stay here. And there's an auntie who pets them. So I asked her one day that, auntie, do you know that these are your cats that are painted here? She says, of course, yes, I know it because the artists have painted them really ugly. Apparently, she doesn't like the color of the cats that have been made here. Now, my interpretation has been that it is apparently dad asking you to call your mom. And it looks really furious. So the mom might be really angry. And in fact, the guy also hands you out a phone to call. So it's quite funny how, you know, this wall has so much of elements in it that you have to really take a lot of time to, you know, see it and absorb it. Also, one thing which is very common in every mural that you would see, that there are a lot of elements of nature in them. Like this one has got a cow again. This has got cats, snakes, birds, flowers, vases. The earlier one had cows, other birds. So everything, every mural that you would see in Lodi has got a lot of natural essence to it. Now this is how the colony looks like. They have two murals facing right next to each other. Now what's this one? I would just take you through to this one, and trust me, this is the busiest as it get. You might have heard that Delhi is a busy place, and you know the streets are flooded with people. But over here, it's not clicked in quarantine times. It was clicked much before, and this is as busy as it's get. There are not a lot of people who would come here, which actually keeps the art really preserved also. This is the one that I was trying to show. And this is Jochen Chiro while in the process. Most of these stories I've gotten to know from these people who were doing it. So when the artist would do it, I would just go there and try to get things from them. Oh, this one is my absolute favorite. Now I want you to look at this wall, and through chat section, you have to tell me what this wall could mean. Can you read something here? Maybe I might not be able to see the screen or chat messages, but using the chat window, please tell me what this wall could mean. Okay. Can you figure it out as yet? I think not. Okay. Now I'm going to give you another perspective of this wall so that you are able to see what this means. I want you to remember this view. It reads BOND, which is the name of the artist. And this artist only makes murals which reads BOND. Now he would go to different countries and he would write his own name on the wall and he would paint nothing else. He's known, he's notorious for it, and he would take help of a local person. Now I'm going to show you how this reads BOND. Now this is of course Bond painting the whole thing. Again, use of cranes and colors. Now most of these colors are sponsored by various paint companies, and the government of India really provides them their air tickets, their travel charges, because they know that artists are traveling. I haven't been able to figure out if the artist is paid for these assignments, but I'm sure they are, because they put in months and months of time and conceptualizing the whole thing. Now this is what it looks like, but I want you to, you know, really see how it looks like BOND, Bond. Do you see it now? Yeah. So Bond is known for, you know, bringing out the perspective. He make 3D murals. Now, not just Delhi, I'm going to show you his work from around the world. So I want you to see his work. This is from China. This is again India. It's in Kerala. Now he only likes to write his name. He does nothing else. And every mural that you see, this is Thailand. The government of India insists that artists should write their name at least somewhere on the wall. Bond just writes his name only. That's his art. This is Netherlands. So it's actually interesting to see how, you know, this is Nepal. Now these pictures I have collected through their Instagram, since I am a street art collector and I really enjoy collecting several street arts from different parts of the world. Now, again, I would like you to take a guess what this could mean. Could you guess what this wall could mean? What this wall could be called? Okay, it's called the selfie culture. Now, I want you to look at this wall again. Now it's called selfie culture because you see pictures of people falling from the sky, clicking selfies on their phones. Now this was done by an Indian artist. His name is Kulavur, and he painted, along with the people, he painted a lot of plants coming through the sky and people clicking pictures with the plants. Now the artist is of opinion someday when there would be no plants left, people are going to click pictures with them because it would be such a rare find. Now the entire Lodi colony is colored pink. So he hasn't touched the base color of the wall. Now these are residential houses actually. Do you see this window? Now this is one block. This is another block. Now these are two houses next to each other. Now imagine having such a house and staying in one of those houses. Now the government was able to do it because these houses are owned by the government servants. Say for example, I'm an accountant. If I want to have a house in this colony, I cannot, because only people who work with government of India can have a house here. Now this is Kulavur, and now another very interesting thing about a mural. Now if you're wondering what differs a mural between and a street art or a graffiti, if I were to say. Now graffiti does not really have a specific meaning. A graffiti could be abstract. While a street art, a mural will always have a backstory to it. Also, there are not many people who would do a mural. Like you would never find a mural where 100 people have painted it. You might find a mural done by 2 people, 3 people. Like this one is done by 5 people, which is the most number of artists on a wall. There is no other wall which has been done by 5 people. It's just 1 or 2 people. Like Yoken Shiro did Gupta Dwar. Impressions of Lodi, the first one that we saw, was done by an accountant all by himself. This one was done by 5 people. Now, interestingly, Kulavur made 365 murals in year 2019 in 365 days. He was able to do so because he would always tie up with local artists. So all other artists are from New Delhi and Kulavur is from Mumbai, while everybody is from India. That's of course a picture of me. Now Kulavur says that whenever you are around this wall, just click a selfie and let me know you were here. So this wall is called selfie culture. Now, interestingly, when you would just look at them from a naked eye, you might not be able to interpret what this wall really means. You would really have to, study about it from somewhere. And like, for example, the wall that I'm going to show you now. Now, this wall might look to you very, very simple. There's nothing special about this wall from a naked eye. Maybe it's something to do with climate change, or maybe it's some scientists who have done this wall. From a naked perspective, I'm trying to tell you why it's important to go behind a mural and see what it is, because from a blunt perspective, from just a naked eye, you might not be able to see or visualize what artist wants to convey. Now I'm going to take you through what this wall really means. This wall is called Climate Justice, and it was done by Italian scientists. His name was Enrico. It's written here. Now this is a scientist who only makes walls in relation to climate change project. Now Delhi was apparently a very, very polluted city. So he decided to give problems of Delhi on the left and solutions on the right. So on the left are the problems and on the right are the solutions. I'll tell you what they are. Now the reason why this guy has done the mural on this wall is because this is the only wall which has a tall tree coming out of the wall. Now he says that this tree is going to stand tall against the climate change. Therefore he chose this wall. Now let's see what he decided to paint. Now this wall is very unique in itself, not just for Delhi, but internationally. I'm going to tell you why, and it gives me goosebumps as I tell you this. You see this black paint? Now there are 2 shades of black paint. One is the very dark ebony shade. The other one is the grayish one. Now these 4 objects, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is pollution air, pollution ink. Now this ink is made by collecting filters, air filters, by cleaning them and collecting the pollutants and then diluting them into the paint. This is the first wall in the world which has been done with pollution ink. If you're on Instagram and if you would like to know more about this, their Instagram is known as inkink.air. ink.air. If you go to their Instagram, they tell you the process of how to make paint out of pollution ink. But apparently this is causing cancer to the localites because it is the most condensed form of pollution. Therefore, this wall has gone into litigation and people want this paint to be taken off the wall. It's also very, ironic that this was supposed to be a wall against climate change and it ended up being one of those walls which is causing harm to its local residents. Now, this is actually the number of vehicles that have risen in India. This is actually air quality index of Delhi. On the left, the clouds on the left are black, but when you see on the other side, the clouds here are white. So on the left are the problems of Delhi, and on the right are the solutions. Now for the solutions, the artist gives you that how rains and rivers are going to, normalize the climate changes and extreme global warming that is happening throughout. Uh, like I was mentioning, this is the air quality index of Delhi. He was a scientist, so he studied it for over 2000 to 2017. This was painted in 2019. So he collected the data till 2017 to make this mural. Now this is the vehicles that have risen in India. This is the greenhouse gases and its effect. Now I also have pictures of this mural being painted. This is Enrico doing the whole thing. Doesn't it look like he's wearing a PPP kit right now in the mural, all covered? A very young scientist, and every mural of his is dedicated to climate change projects only. Now they always make a miniature before they make the whole mural. They always make a miniature of what they're going to do, and it isn't like the way we draw. We usually take a paper and pencil and draw it first and then color it up. No, they just take the brush and stroke it on the wall. This one took him nearly 2 months to do the whole mural. And since it was just done, I'm showing you all the latest ones, all the ones that were from year 2019. And of course, there are a lot of activists who, come and pose against this wall and or pose with this wall. So it's one of the most, litigative wall in the area, but very, very interesting one. Now, here's the one that you just saw in the waiting room when you just entered. This mural is from year 2016. Now, since 2016 was the first year of the whole art project, the paint has started to come off, but the government of India would never redo it again. They would let the wall die a natural death. And despite being so evident and so colorful, it's one of the most colorful walls in the area. This is the use of stencil. I was saying that despite being so colorful, not a lot of people have, taken notice of it. They might be living in that area, but they wouldn't, even care that, okay, this is still here. Now imagine, look at the intricacies of the elephant. Now imagine if this was to be put in a museum, for how much of money would this be sold? Again, you see a lot of elements of nature, because everything in Lodi is so green and is so bright that everybody who would do a mural here would make sure that something or the other related to nature is always here. I absolutely love this picture. Of course, these are pictures from the local guides meet that we had last year. So when I discovered it in 2019, I got so excited by it that I decided to take all the friends, and that meetup saw 63 people. So it was my first local guides meet, and I was so thrilled to have 63 people. I wasn't really anticipating so much, but it was really rewarding. These are pictures of it being made. I had taken it from the artist page. The artist is an Indian artist. His name is Rakesh. Most of this information, this is a parking sign which indicates it's on the right next to a main road. So most of these information has been collected by speaking to the artist or otherwise. So people often ask me that which one is your favorite mural. So I'm going to show you which one is my favorite mural. This is the one that you're seeing right now. Here it is. Take a moment to see what it is. I'll tell you what it is, but take a moment to see. So by show of hands, how many of you think that it's paint? It is painted on the wall, by show of hands. Can I see it? Okay. How many of you think it is not painted? Okay. Aditya thinks it's not painted. Anaya thinks it's not painted. Artist says it's painted. Harsh thinks it's not painted. Paul thinks it's not painted. Okay. I can't see other people, so can't really say. This is a shadow wall. This is not paint. There are alphabets which are mounted on this wall, and the sun is up, so you see the shadows. This is the reason why this wall is my absolute favorite. So when the sun, I have a video to tell you what it is. These are alphabet mounted parallel to the ground. And when the sun is up, they would form a meaning on the wall. Isn't it fantastic? Now, I had often seen this wall in the daytime and in the evenings when there was no sun. So, I would just go there and try to see what this was about. And I would never figure out what this actually is until one fine day when I saw it in sunshine. Now, I'm going to make you see the time lapse of how this looks like when the sun is up and roaring. Now, the alphabets would change shape as the sun would go from sides to side.
Keshav, could you do it in full screen? There is a full screen option here.
Sure, I'm so glad, Vineet, you are here. I was looking for your help. My main system has hanged up.
No, I am here only. I just looked at कि आप ही कर लेंगे वो ज़रा सा.
Right, no worries. Thank you, Vineet. So Vineet is a good friend and he decided to help me up with the technology part of it. So I could bring all of this out to you. Thank you. Vineet, I think I'm added host from the other laptop. Could you make the chat visible to this second system? Keshav 2. I'm unable to see the chat. Great. So this artist name was Daku. You could go to their Instagram, DAKU, and all his work, all his murals are about, sun's shadow arts. He only do shadow arts. Now, coming back to the one that I was just discussing that we saw next to the Gupta Dwar, it's called Cause and Effect. It's one of the most profound walls in the area. It's also called the mirror wall. Now I want you to imagine it by cutting it half and then folding the two folds together. It would just be the same on both the sides. It almost looks like that a sticker has been painted, but it's all hand done. It's usually can spray, but apart from can spray, there's also a lot of paint. These are pictures of it being made. Now I'm going to tell you why it's absolutely the most profound wall in the area. If you look at the mural, you would see a lot of birds tied with the ribbons. Now there are two kinds of birds that you would see. There are two birds facing each other. The green ones are not tied to ribbons, while the brown ones are tied to ribbons. Now the artist says the green ones are the imaginary birds and the brown ones are the real birds. So he says everybody of us is tied to ribbons in reality, but in imaginations, all of us are free. Isn't that fantastic? Now, also, there are a lot of CCTV cameras on the mural. So it's a reminder that smile, you're on the camera. Always. There are cameras that you cannot see. Now, the center of this wall has intentionally been left blank. Every mural that Siko, his name is Siko, it's a little label down here. Now, every mural that he would do, he would always chop the center out and then he would do the mural. He would keep the center blank. Now, I asked him on his Instagram that why is it that he would always keep the center blank? So he gave me an answer, which was absolutely profound and spiritual. He mentioned, I keep the center blank because no matter what goes on the outside, the center of our mind should always be blank. I was just absolutely stoned at that thought, and it was so true. And when I checked more of his work, all of his work was, centrally aligned. These are us local guides on 14th April 2019, when all of us were here next to this mural. Of course, it's a very favorite spot to click pictures, and most of the photographers know about this place very well. Now I'm going to take you to next one, which is the food we eat. Now, a lot of people in India, although we now have a lot of variety of foods, but our primary food has always been vegetarian. This was a Mexican artist, and you could see from the colors that the art is very, very Mexican. Now, the wall is known as the food we eat. Now, it's a reminder that we need to start eating more fruits and vegetables. If you look closely, the two bananas are holding hands together. So they're hoping that people should not forget us and they should continue to, use us in their food. For my local guys friends who are from India, I'm sure they could recognize this picture. I'm sure they could see it. Now this picture is to keep the evil away. Now the theory in India goes like, if you would just hang through a thread chili and lemons, the evil would not come to you. Apparently, the evil has got bad taste in food. It doesn't like chilies and lemons together. So this is the theory which goes in India. Now, this is of course a very famous Sanchi Stupa. So during much before the Britishers ruled us, there were colonies which would dig from the bottom, and there would be, they would keep on digging the ground till they find old statues. So this is a Sanchi Stupa which was found from deep in the grounds, and it's a very famous statue. People would often pose with it. So that's there, and I in fact might have a picture of one of my friends posting. So it's very Mexican. The colors are very bland. It's not very as vibrant. Now this one was done by these are two of my friends holding hands together, just like as the bananas. That people should not forget bananas and my friends, of course. But I'm just trying to emphasize on what kind of variety this place holds, and these are just the couple of ones that I am really fond of. If I were to take you through, I totally can. If you're ready to sit with me for like another 2 days, we definitely can go on bringing you all the murals, but these are just the ones that are absolute favorite. Now this is again from 2016, one of the most colorful murals in the area. Now, the artist decided to paint it on this wall because it's the only wall which has these large feather-like plants coming out. So he wanted to give it an impression that these are peacock feathers, and therefore he has painted a peacock. Now this doesn't even look like a peacock, doesn't even look like a pigeon. It looks like a hybrid bird. I'll tell you what it is. Oh, before that, can anybody guess what this could mean? Now I want you to, really infer what this could probably mean. Okay, I'm gonna try and unmute a few people to see that are they still with us. Oh, we finally have Paul. Paul, I'm so happy to have you. So glad you finally made it, sneaked out of your meeting and are here. So Paul, what do you think what this could mean? The one that you're seeing on your screen right now.
It looks a little bit like a heart.
Like what? Yeah.
A heart.
Certainly. But what this could mean?
One's feeding a heart to the other one.
Oh, that's a nice interpretation. When I asked the artist what this could mean, so he said that people have become so heartless these days. He hopes that birds come and bring us more hearts. So like the birds are known for shitting on people. He hopes that some birds would shower people with hearts. That's what the artist said. But again, art is absolutely an open territory. It's open to people's interpretation. Now, like I was saying that this is while it was being made. Now, like I was mentioning that the bird doesn't even look like a pigeon, doesn't even look like a peacock, what exactly it is. So there's a story in Hindu mythology. I'm sure my Indian friends might have heard of that theory from their grandparents or great grandparents. So in one of the fights between a peacock and a crow, the crow won. So the crow asked the peacock for its feet. So therefore, the crow has got an ugly body but very nice feet, and the peacock has got very nice body but ugly feet, because those belong to the crow. This is how the story goes in the Hindu mythology. Now therefore, the bird has got ugly feet, which originally belong to the crow, and the feathers are those of the peacock. Now imagine from a third person's perspective, if you just look at it, would you ever be able to know this theory or know this art? I mean, it's so fantastic, which also reminds me, I wanted to know, Ajit, since you paint so much and you are a graffiti artist yourself, how do you decide what you need to paint? How do you pick up the subjects?
Okay. Keshav, the first thing I had to clarify that I am a graphic designer, not graffiti, but yes, I love graffiti.
Oh,
no problem with that.
So you're the one who do the art on the computer system, is it?
That's right. Not the graffiti, but I love graffiti no matter what.
Right.
Since I'm on mobile, I couldn't see it very clearly.
Okay. But I mean, why did you pick up a career in graphic designing? How did you got into graphic designing?
This is since the beginning. I love designing and graphic designing especially.
So where do you take your inspiration from? I mean, being from the fields of arts and graphics.
It's from my brother. He was an architect, so I love the way he used to, you know, make a perspective with the free hand and everything. So I just started gathering from him, and this is what I'm today just because of him, because
Oh, nice.
he encouraged me in that.
So probably the art runs in the family, yeah?
Yeah, true.
Oh, nice. Great. Let's move on. So I'm going to show you the next mural, which you also saw in the first few slides. Now, this is the Delhi theme. Again, a very, very interesting. This is my second favorite, if that's a word at all. This is my second favorite mural. I'll tell you why. Now, you see a lot of colors put on the wall. Very abstract, very random. This is when it was being made. Now, there's a reason why it was painted like that. Now, of course, I'm almost mentioning, thanks to this picture that I am reminded of that episode, that all of these murals are often used as a backdrop to various concerts and, get-togethers. So the locals don't mind it at all. Rather, they have fun with it. So they would just have a overnight concert. They would have bonfires. The people are really, really generous in the area. This is how this looked like when it was made. For people who can't read Hindi, it says "We love Delhi" on the wall, and on the street it says "We love colors." So India has this famous festival which is known as Holi. Now, Holi is a festival where everybody gets together, or if I'm sure you know Tomatina in Spain. So what Tomatina is to Spain, they play it with a lot of tomatoes. We play it with a lot of colors. So this wall was made to mark that colorful festival. Now I'm going to show you the video of how this was bought on the street, how this whole thing was made on the street. So this might not have audio because we have a problem here. Oh, this is how it looks like. This is how the celebration looks like. And Holi just passed on 10th of the March. And if you're planning to visit India sometime, I insist that you should just attend this festival. Now this is how the whole wall was made. You won't be able to hear the audio. Now there was this guy who suddenly, came with bags of colors. He just opened them and he started to just spill them on the ground. And since there was nobody around, nobody took a note of it. Of course, there were cameras which were filming the whole process. He's the artist who did the whole project. And then there were several people and boys, young kids who just joined him in between. Now his team would join, passers-by would just join while he was doing the whole process. They started to take necessary markings and since it was Holi, so it was very easy to find colors and everything. People here are really, really generous and lovable. You have so much fun being with them. They would never mind you doing just about anything. They're very open. And then they started playing Holi with the same colors, the one that they just spilled. They just emptied their bags. It was a complete celebration. And this is how it looked like. Fantastic, isn't it? So you might never know what artists have gone through while making a mural, or how much of research has that guy put in. So it's so important to know more about the arts. Of course, now I also would like to show you something very, very unique. Not that the current things that you just saw were not unique, but this is even more special. Now, every artist who would come here to do a mural would, before leaving back to their country, they would make sure that they leave their mark somewhere. So all of these murals were always, shortlisted. A map was to be made, a draft was to be submitted to the government, and then they would approve of the whole draft, and only then the paint would go on the wall. It should not be something which has to do with, you cannot be racist or politically influenced, or you cannot write the cuss words. But there's one area inside this colony which is not regulated. It's a hidden wall. It's a roundabout, and it has got scribblings of various artists in various languages. So I'm going to make you see some of those pictures that are in that roundabout area. Unfortunately, somebody had destroyed them. Somebody had put a black spray over it because they were very strong words, but you would still be able to read some of those. I would help you read a few. They are very poetic. They're very unique. Now this black paint that you see is sprayed over the main mural, which has kind of distorted the main art that was there. But I'll help you read a few of these with the pictures that I have. Like this one. So it's very poetic. It's very, open to your interpretation. Now there are a lot of Windows boxes here. I'm going to make you see what those read like. Now this is before this was distorted. It reads, "Don't touch my soul with dirty hands." Now there's a picture of woman with hearts from her mouth. So I'm gonna try and unmute somebody to know what this could mean. Let me try and unmute somebody. Harsh, what do you think this could mean?
Well, I think she must be in love with someone and she must be expressing that thing. I mean,
okay,
I can just figure out that thing.
Okay, let's try and ask somebody else. Aditya, what do you think this could mean? Aditya, I am trying to unmute you. Okay, I think the unmute is not working. Okay, Naresh, what do you think this could mean? Yeah, Naresh.
Yes.
What do you think this could mean? A woman with a lot of hearts.
I think this is a message for women.
I think we have lost you due to internet.
Am I right?
No, we missed you. Can you say that again?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but your voice is breaking. I think it's the internet. Okay.
Yeah. There is some problem in internet connectivity.
Okay, no worries. So again, this wall doesn't have an explanation because we don't even know who the artist probably was and what was going in his mind when he was trying to do the whole thing. But what my interpretation has been various times that I've reached here and I've collected other people's interpretation. This could probably mean that the woman is, from what I see, is vomiting hearts, and you usually vomit what you are in surplus of. So she had nobody to give her love, and therefore she's vomiting out love. So again, this is my interpretation, and it could just be different for different people. Now I'm also going to show you a picture of how this presently looks like after it has been distorted. Now, this region, do you see this region? It's very unfortunate that somebody had actually kind of distorted it. While the main walls are still safe, but these walls which are hidden inside, deep inside, they are distorted. Now if I were to make you see what this reads like, there's a picture of woman praying and it says Wi-Fi connecting. Can we see this? I think not in this picture. Oh yes, we can. Or can we not? Okay, I think we cannot zoom in here, but it says, "Are you sure you want to delete all feelings? Yes or no?" This one, "Are you sure you want to delete all feelings?" Now this is a picture of woman praying and Wi-Fi connecting. Interesting. Here it is. Your dreams and hopes are incompatible with reality. Force things, accept reality, kill myself. So now there's a lot of fun, satire, dark humor, a lot of things about perspective. You remember I mentioned that there's another view to that wall, which is known as the secret passageway. This is the view. Now, when you are in that roundabout, you could see it right from here. Now, the artist probably would have landed up here before doing the whole mural. And this is in a discrete corner, which is not even available on Google Maps because it's in the bylanes of the bylanes of the bylanes. Now this one read World War III, but I just bought a new iPhone. Now this one reads, this isn't love, it's lust. She says, who gives a shit? Now this one says freedom is a state of mind. So all of these quotes were never approved. They were never given to somebody to ask that if we can do them, because this wall is not in a public area. It's in a very discreet area, and I happened to discover this by a chance. It was my pure luck, I believe. And every time I take people to this place, they say even when we have been to this place, we never have seen this roundabout. This is a view of how people travel usually in Delhi, or for that matter in any other area. Usually headphones plugged into their sets. Okay, now I want to you to tell me what this could probably mean. Let's ask Jane. Jane, you think
Every time when we see murals, street arts, we try to read message from author, from artist.
Right.
In this case, I could see field of puppies, yes, and some person which, what can be on his head? Maybe he or she, isolated from beauty nature.
Right. So maybe he's from
maybe roll of toilet paper, but it could like wash machine, some bin, maybe it's not roll of paper, but I don't know, maybe this person is isolated from beauty of nature, what I could read from this message.
Very true. A lot of people believe the same. So they say that while this person is, in the happy and colorful area, he's still depressed because he's in the dark, because he chooses to be. So it doesn't matter what goes on the outside. It's what goes on the inside and what you choose to see and be. So that's the. Oh, this is by Pink Floyd, Mother Should I Trust the Government. So there's so many languages, so many things written on this, scribblings, random scribblings written on the wall. This one says, who needs a man when I have the internet? This one says, let us think for you, computers. Oh, it's a picture of a woman shooting a selfie. Did you see woman shooting a selfie? Before this was, yeah. Well, this area has got a lot to offer. It is just that how much can you see and how much can you absorb from what you see, and how much do you aspire to see. It's a very dark wall, and write it on the walls, not on Facebook wall. So this is how it looks like. It's a complete roundabout, and you just keep walking by the side, but it has all been distorted. The good thing is that spray goes away quicker than the fine paint. So the spray has started to gradually erode, and the site is coming back soon. Stop making stupid people famous. That's Michael Jackson. Nobody knows who did it because it doesn't have names of them. It doesn't have any identification of them. Oh, this is Bensky. I really want to know if anybody of you have been following Bensky by show of hands. Do you know about Bensky? Okay, Jane does. Ania does. Paul does. Naresh, she does. Okay, Ania, do you want to share about Bensky?
Of course, I know Banksy. It's quite popular around the world. But are you sure that it's the original art of Banksy, or is it a copy?
Yeah, it's a reference.
Oh, okay.
It's a reference, yes.
Oh, okay. I thought that it was Banksy himself.
No, we aren't.
But it looks like quite poor. Yes. Yes, I know some of his works, and I really appreciate that he always has the the idea of peace on earth and like political views,
Right.
and he represents
Do you want to
himself
share
and
that
his
episode
opinion.
where his last painting that got under the hammer, and then do you know that story? When his last painting was
No.
the does anybody know that story about Bensky? Paul does. Oh, okay. Paul, you want to share what happened during his last bid?
He put a painting up for auction, and just after it was auctioned, it self-destroyed it. So it shredded itself.
Yeah. So
his latest painting's actually in his own house on his toilet.
Oh yes, he just put it up on his Instagram. So while everybody was working from home, he captioned it that my wife doesn't like it when I work from home, because he painted his entire toilet with the black paint, and it's very funny, very detailed. He painted rats and mosquitoes on it. Very interesting.
Yep.
Thanks. So of course this is not actual Bensky, but just a reference of it. But it's so interesting that you get to know so much. I personally believe that despite having seen so much in Lodi, I still feel so little and so less adequate with the information in the world of arts, that is. So I'm going to quickly go through, we are 10 minutes up the time, but I'm going to show you a few more murals before we just close it. This was done by a transgenders community. There's a foundation which works for transgenders. So this is pictures of the people who have done it. So there were 7 women who painted it, 7 transgenders who painted it. Then there's this another mural. This is one of those. If you ever come to India, you should go to Rajasthan. And this is a couple looking at each other. This is a picture from Rajasthan. And then there's this another mural, which is again related to nature. Now, like I keep mentioning that everything here is related to nature. Even here, there's a monkey here. Do you see on the corner? I haven't been able to capture the full wall. Now these are pigeons, and then this is the wall of the feminist, but it doesn't have the color pink anywhere on the wall. So this was done by a group. This is another wall in the community. These are just the birds and the pattern. This is abstract art done by an American painter, asymmetrical. This is the red flower which blooms in the summers in here. This wall was done by acid attack victims and survivors themselves. So this is one of the survivor painting the wall. I feel so guilty for just passing this picture just like that without giving you adequate information, because there's so much of back stories to it. This is one of the famous Keralian dancers here in Kerala. They do it with the whole mask on their faces. Oh, Harsh would like to say something. Yeah, Harsh.
Sorry to interrupt. Keshav, the picture which you showed about Rajasthan, which part of Rajasthan it is? Since that's my native place and I'm not aware about it. So can you tell me about that if you are?
This was just a Rajasthani couple. This is in Delhi. This is not in Rajasthan. This is pretty much in Delhi.
Oh, okay. I heard it wrong.
Yeah, this is from Lodi. That's all right. This is from Lodi, but this is a picture of a Rajasthani couple. So in Rajasthan, they are known as Beendani, Beend and Beendadi, as the popular show would go. Now, this is again a very colorful wall. And of course, I would like to end this with this one. So these are 2 houses which are tied together. So, I could really just keep going on sharing about everything. But I think I have shared enough, and I would like to just unmute to hear your thoughts now.
Oh. You asked me something, sorry.
Yeah, I'm just unmuted all.
You unmute everybody. So I would like to thank you for this meetup because this street art was great, awesome, incredible, and I really love the way you were presenting all the stories behind. And it's great that you are going so into every art and artist and trying to get as much information as you can. Awesome, thank you.
Yourselves, if you would like to say something, or in fact, if you have street art pictures yourself, so you could just share them now. If you have a picture and you would like to share about it. Paul, I hope it was worth it. So it was worth sneaking out or making time.
It was quite good. I don't know if you noticed at the start, I was actually still in the meeting on my other computer.
I hope it was worth it. You know,
No, it's worthwhile. It was good. It was good to see all the different coloured murals, and you're very knowledgeable about them.
Thank you, thank you. I would just say it is just tip of the ocean. If you ever come to Delhi, you know, you should just go to this area in New Delhi, and you would never be able to get enough of it.
I made it to Chennai once, but I've never gotten to Delhi. One day.
Not a reason to come, certainly. Thank you. Renuka, you wanted to say something?
Yes, Keshav. When I was pregnant in 2017, so I visit NDMC hospital.
Right,
So,
it's right in the area. Yes.
yes.
The hospital is right in the area.
So I saw most of the paintings. So I loved it. All the
You have an
paintings.
artistic kid now because you were in that area. You were seeing those walls when you were pregnant.
Yes. That time I live in Pandara Road.
Oh, right. But did you know these background stories of those murals that you just searched?
No, not at all.
I'm so glad.
Not a single one.
You know, if we take out time, you know, seeing them online or, you know, seeing on their artist page, we would just be fascinated to know. It's very exciting.
There is there was a market area.
Yeah, it's called Meher Chand Market. Yes.
Yes. So most of the painting is right there, and the locality and most of the painting was in the market area. So I watch all these paintings.
That is so nice. Let's do it together sometime whenever you are, you know, whenever we are out and there.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. Narishji, how was it? I hope you had a good time. Devendra, Rosie, you want to say something, Harsh? Ajit.
Hello. Hi, Keshav. Devendra this side.
Hi, Devendra. How are you?
And you have explained so beautifully. You have explained so beautifully that I am glad to see your gone there. So I'm very happy to see. Very interesting. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks, Keshav. Thanks for calling up. Since this was my first meeting and this is some of the astonishing photos and wonderful collection I've seen, I'm really happy that this is my first meeting ever, and that too in an art culture. And I'm really happy that, and this is one of the reasons now that after pandemic, this is the first reason I found that get back to Delhi again and visit it and be with you and just get that narration once again, your guidance.
I would be so glad to have you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Harsh, you wanted to say something?
Sure, yeah. So Keshav, I've known a bit about Delhi, but I've never seen this side of Delhi. So the way you've articulated is very good. Like it's difficult to do that, to be there and, you know, present that thing. So it's a great thing which you're doing, and I think you should continue doing it like after every week. Maybe if it's possible from your side, then please continue doing this.
Certainly.
It gave me a good insight about what wall art is actually. So
I'm so glad. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
Thank you very much. In case you have clicked pictures or, you know, taken screenshots, because I absolutely missed doing that. So for the recap post, I've just left my email ID also on the chat section. So in case you can send some pictures in case you have from today's recap. Aditya, I hope it was worth the time. Thank you for coming.
Yes, Keshav. And may I speak, please? Can you hear me?
Of course, I can.
Okay. So I really like to thank you for the meetup, and you really explained and you really justified all the images which you presented with precision and lots of details. This is because actually you got an opportunity to visit there, and there is something that you got from the value that which you got from those things. And see, the best thing about the painting is that they give you a very straightforward message about the unspoken truth,
True.
which is not written elsewhere. And since visual learning is quite efficient in human being, it is immediately that you pick up something.
True that.
At least in your own opinion, when you see those things, whether it be murals, whether it be an abstract, or whether it be a design.
Right.
And if it wasn't for this area, how would it have been look without the paintings? Suddenly the paintings and basically the design which were drawn over the wall, which including the murals, they immediately gave a unique charisma to that thing.
Right. Also next time when you would look at a mural, you would just take a minute and stand there before clicking just a picture and moving away. So next time you see a mural, my advice would be just take a minute to, absorb what's there. Because we get in a haste of clicking pictures and selfies and moving so quickly that we kind of miss the whole mural in the first instance.
Of course, the artists have put their emotions in that actually, and they are directly reaching to us.
Right. So glad. Thank you. Thanks, Aditya. Sophie, did you like it?
Yeah, I really love it, and I'm sorry I could not. I had to leave in between because I'm still working from home. But as much as possible during my break, I just try to join. And I really love the the time lapse, which the sunset and all this thing. It was really amazing, and it actually gave me a goosebumps, and I literally want to just run and go and witness that. But hopefully after this lockdown, the first thing I will do is to go and observe myself and take some pictures and share. And it was, the way you explained was very, very impressive, and it actually make us feel that we were actually there. So it's really good, and thank you so much for this great initiative. Really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you
very much. That's so overwhelming. Thank you very much, guys. In case somebody wants to say something before we finally go away, I think not. Thank you so much. Let's try and meet up again, and of course let's connect on Local Guides Connect. So good to have you. Thank you, Jane, Ajit, Paul, Harsh, Sophie, Devendra, Aditya, Ania, Renuga, Vineet, Rosie. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's amazing. That was amazing.
Thank you for coming.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.